Oh, it is a stressful time, isn't it? I'm not going to lie to you. Everybody is under a lot of pressure. Everybody is under a lot of stress. And I think property managers, leasing agents, apartment community managers, we're under a little bit more stress than the average person, because not only do we have stressed out residents that we have to take care of, not only do we have to make sure that our community is safe, but we still have to sell that community, right? We still have to get those leases. And things are different right now. And I think in a lot of ways, some things are going to be different forever. Some things have been changed forever with this whole coronavirus, this COVID-19 mess that we've had to go through here. And I want to talk to you about, although you're stressed, although you're having to do things differently, although your social interactions maybe aren't the same right now, maybe some of them won't be the same ever, hopefully not, but things are going to change. I want to give you a little bit of a bright spot, right? Because it's neat how the Leasing University training was designed. There's a bright spot here in all of this. And there's an important thing for you to think about and remember when we think about social distancing and virtual tours. There's a hidden benefit to you for having to social distance and having to do virtual tours. What is that benefit? We talked about it on the coaching call yesterday. I want to just give you a highlight from that. The hidden benefit is you now have the ability to dig so much deeper with your prospects. As we talked about, one of the fundamental pillars of the leasinguniversity.com system, why it's so different from all that training that you've had in the past. I call it training because a lot of it is just misinformation. Some of it is garbage. A lot of that traditional property management training, it's really designed to focus on the product, the price, the product, and the price, right? You, your features, your amenities, your benefits. Don't believe me? Go call some of your competitors. All they're going to talk about is their community, their price, their rent specials, their location. Well, Leasing University has flipped the script on that. Instead of focusing on the product, our training teaches you to focus on the prospect. What's most important to that person? Why is it the most important thing to that person? What's going on in their life? Every one of your prospects has a story, and they want to tell you that story. And if you give them the opportunity to tell you their story and connect with you, you are going to get that lease. If you can understand what their current situation is and what their desired future situation is and what the value is in improving their life, you will lease them an apartment. As long as your apartment can meet that need, they're going to lease from you because you took the time to understand them. Well, what's the hidden benefit of having to social distance, having to do virtual tours? The hidden benefit is, traditionally, without all of this social distancing and virtual tours, you talk to your prospect on the phone, you go through your Leasing University phone training, you learn about them, they walk in. You have to compete with this amazing community that's behind you, this amazing apartment that's behind you, and it's very easy for your prospects to get distracted. So it's actually more difficult when you're not doing a virtual tour to learn about your prospect, because they're looking at the countertops, they're looking at the view, they're checking out that window, they're stepping out onto the balcony. So the hidden benefit of you having to spend more time with them over the phone and you may be having to do a virtual tour is you can dig deeper. You can double down on your Leasing University phone training, and you can truly discover more about your prospect, because they're going to be locked in and engaged with you, whether that's through Zoom, whether that is through FaceTime, or whether that's simply through a phone call. They're captive. They're having to listen to you. Now, the mistake that some of you are going to make when you're on the phone is you're going to go back to that old school training and only talk about you. I want you to really focus when you're doing these virtual tours, when you're doing leasing over the phone, that you're spending 80% of your time talking about your prospect. What are their hopes? What are their dreams? What's going on in their life? Where do they work? What are their hobbies? How do they see themselves improving their situation? What do they love the most about where they're living now? What do they not like the most about living where they're at right now? What would they change? If they could only change one thing, what would they change about their situation? Take the time during that phone call to focus on your prospect and not your product, and you're going to find that you're going to learn so much more. And when they're not in front of you in that tour, they don't have all these shiny things and amazing things around them to distract them. Okay? And we talked about it on the coaching call. Learn what those 3 to 5 things that are very important to them, and then just show them that. Take photos of those 3 to 5 things. Keep it simple, keep it focused on what's important to your residents, and you're going to get the lease. Focus on your prospect and not your product, and you will get the lease. I hope this helps. Any questions you've got, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. You can even take a selfie video, text it to me at 303-803-7372. My editing team will take your video, take my video answer to you, and they'll put it up here on YouTube. Please check us out over at leasinguniversity.com. You can call the office at 888-735-7451. And until the next video, please be great, stay positive, and get those leases. I'll see you soon.
The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm gonna show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career, it's gonna make perfect sense, even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're gonna help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.